First at 4, we are looking at live pictures from Detroit Metro Airport. It is a damp and chilly afternoon. Will it go into the night and weekend? We'll be checking in with Andrew for the forecast. Also, President Trump says he's hoping to give you a tax cut for Christmas. But will you come up a winner in the new Republican plan? And a Dearborn husband and wife face charges in a shooting at a daycare. Why police find this case troubling and unacceptable.
Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
Good afternoon, I'm Karen Drew. First at 4, breaking news. We are getting our first look at this. Husband and wife, they are both facing charges in a shooting at their unlicensed daycare in Dearborn. 2 3-year-olds were shot. They did survive. Local 4's Rod Maloney was in court today. Rod, one of the big questions everyone's continuing to ask is how did such young children get their hands on a gun?
Well, that's what came out in court today, and also in the papers that Prosecutor Kim Worthy put out. Apparently, there were 2 handguns that were in the house, and the Eubanks, it's Timothy and Samantha Eubanks, both 32 years old, who were running this illegal daycare operation. There were a whole bunch of children in the house, and what they're saying is that the boys knew precisely where these guns were, and apparently one of the 3-year-old boys went up and found the gun and then actually shot the other 2 children, one in the eye and one also through the head and then into the shoulder. The police chief today said that the expectation is that they're going to need lifelong care as a result of this shooting. So there you see the Eubanks in court today. It was their arraignment. Timothy was charged with 6 counts of second-degree child abuse, and Samantha was charged with 12 counts of second-degree child abuse. She also has a couple of felony firearms counts, and if convicted, they could spend upwards of 10 years or more in prison. So let's hear from Chief Ron Haddad, who was quite upset about this entire incident, and get his take on what transpired on Hubbard Street that day back in September.
We as quote-unquote responsible gun owners have an obligation to keep everyone safe, and the fact that a minor, a toddler, could pick up a gun, and without getting too far into this, that minor, that toddler apparently knew how to fire that weapon is very troubling to me.
Now, the chief went on to say that he thinks that Americans need to do a better job in terms of gun safety. He said the quote-unquote gun owners, responsible gun owners, need to do a better job of protecting their weapons and keeping them away from people who should not have them, such as children. And he was very clear about that. In the meantime, there's a $20,000 bond set. It was interesting, though, that the Dearborn Police Department said that the Eubanks were very cooperative with them the day of the shooting and also thereafter. And so they were the ones recommending the lighter bond. There's so much more to this case. We'll have more coming up on Local 4 News at 5. Reporting live in Dearborn, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
All right, thank you, Rod. Police are still searching for the robbery suspects that left a war veteran, father and a grandfather dead. 69-year-old James Haller Jr. was killed Wednesday afternoon while working inside an O'Reilly Auto Parts store on the city's west side. Take a look. The surveillance video shows the 2 female suspects.
My dad worked on cars. He loved working here. And they ain't had no reason to take my daddy. And everybody at home sleeping. I can't sleep. They took my daddy.
Police are searching for a maroon SUV with a broken rear window, possibly covered in plastic with a cracked windshield. They believe that was the getaway car. If you can help this family, call police. A former school administrator in Macomb County has been sentenced for sending sexually graphic emails to a child. 50-year-old Joseph Sturza was given 1 year in jail and 5 years probation. The graphic email had to do with his affair with another man. Sturza was found guilty of child sexually abusive activity, as well as using a computer to commit abusive activity. He was the director of admissions at Austin Catholic Academy in Ray Township at the time of the incident. Once released, he will have to register as a sex offender. Well, it has been a rain and cold, dreary day, kind of a day it would be nice to kind of snuggle underneath the blanket, Andrew.
Karen, you're exactly right. But guess what? There are fewer and fewer raindrops out there, or as I like to call it, as you know, liquid sunshine. Nonetheless, still wet in many areas because of the rain that's already fallen. Still got some leftover light rain you can see here in green, just north of Ann Arbor. Also throughout much of Livingston County from Howell over to the Brighton area. That will move back into portions of western and eventually eastern and central Oakland County here within the next hour or two. So the commute home will still be wet, especially north of 8 Mile. We've got a warm front draped right over southern Michigan. You can see that reflected in temperatures. Much chillier to the north, 51 degrees, which is still seasonable, but it's in the low 60s, nearly 10 degrees, 12 degrees higher in Monroe at 63 degrees. The rain continues to push through as we go through this evening, including dinner time, but by midnight, it goes away. But what happens to temperatures? We'll talk about that for tonight and tomorrow's forecast in just a few minutes.
Tax reform and tax cuts. After a one-day delay, House Republicans have released their new plan, claiming the average American family will save about $1,200 a year. But there are many different changes to go through. Devin Scillion's been reviewing the plan, joins us now with the latest from the newsroom. Devin.
Well, Karen, President Trump is calling the plan a great bill and says he's hoping that Congress will give America a tax cut for Christmas. Of course, the president is also hoping his party can get something big done after a frustrating year legislatively so far. But here are some of the highlights. First off, middle-income families would pay less thanks to a doubling of the standard deduction and an increase in the child care tax credit. The corporate tax rate would be slashed from 35% down to 20%. The estate tax on wealthy Americans doesn't go away immediately, but it would be phased out. The plan leaves 401k plans as they are right now. That was a very controversial conversation, but limits deductions for mortgage interest and eliminates deductions for state taxes. So that is a lot to digest in one mouthful, of course. Democrats say average Americans will actually pay more. Republicans, though, are selling the potential windfall.
That $1,182 more, it can help you pay down your debt faster. It can help you start and renovate your home faster. That $1,182 more for the average family, that will help you put more money away for college. It will help you save for retirement.
So people making $100,000, people making $40,000, and lots of people in between pay a lot more in taxes, while the big fat cats do just grand.
So the big question that is not answered yet, how do you pay for all of this? It's estimated this new tax plan would add $1.5 trillion to the nation's debt over the next 10 years, but this is just the beginning. The Senate may write its own version, and of course the debate is just now getting underway. So Karen, that means a lot of negotiating ahead before we know what really happens, and can it happen by Christmas? We'll see. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Devin. A manhunt lasting all night is over this afternoon as police in Colorado arrest a man suspected of shooting 3 people in a Walmart. Investigators say 47-year-old Scott Ostrom walked into the store in Thornton on Wednesday night and nonchalantly began firing his gun. 2 men died on the scene. A woman died at the hospital. This morning, 14 hours after the incident, Ostrom was arrested after a brief car chase just 5 miles from that Walmart. Police still don't know, though, what led to the shooting. Today, many of you are helping Local 4 give your neighbors the gift of warmth. Just imagine if you couldn't afford heat during these cold Michigan winters. Today, Help Me Hank's Hank Winchester is working to raise money for people who need a helping hand. Hi, Hank.
Hi, Karen, and we need the help of Metro Detroiters. The number you can call, 313-298-WDIV. We're working to raise money for THAW, the Heat and Warmth Fund, and have been partnering with DTE and been taking your calls here in our phone bank since early this morning. I want to bring in Santil Jenkins. She's the CEO of THAW, and actually, this kicks off a big week for you, the Week of Warmth, right?
Yes, that's right.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So during the Week of Warmth, our goal is to raise and distribute $1 million to low-income families across Michigan. We're doing that with multiple events. The kickoff is right here.
Kickoff is
today.
The
Gift of Warmth.
Yep. And then it continues because it's an opportunity for you during this week to get into the community to let people know what you can do to help them if needed, right?
Yes, absolutely. We have a neighborhood efficiency day where we're going into Hamtramck to help homes become more energy efficient. We have a customer assistance day tomorrow where we'll be in the community providing assistance on the spot. We have a gospel concert Saturday night, and we have a big gala coming up a week from tomorrow.
Events for the full week kicking off today with this big event. We have more information about all the events on our website, clickondetroit.com. You can see we have volunteers here, some from DTE Energy, answering your calls. The number again is 313-298-WDAB. Sometimes these phone lines can get a little busy, which is good. We like that. So if you'd like to make a donation online, you can also do that over on our website, clickondetroit.com. Karen, we're back here live at 5 o'clock. We're going to continue the donations until 6:30 again. More than 90% of every dollar raised, that money stays right here going to those that need it the most. Back to you.
Such a very important event. Thank you very much. We appreciate it, Hank. Still ahead, are you a Michigander or are you a Michiganian? Why that debate could be coming to an official end in Lansing. Also ahead, a serial killer investigation. Authorities say the suspect may have been using social media to find victims, and he was targeting some very vulnerable people. Up first, fire extinguisher failure. Millions of Americans need to check the emergency equipment in their homes. This warning is connected to at least one death. What you need to know next.
Coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
This is Pasta, the Detroit arson dog. She's kind of a show and tell today because the Detroit Fire Department has something brand new to help save dogs and cats and animals just like her during a fire. We'll show you what it is.
All right, thank you, Nick. First at 4 continues with a massive Help Me Hank recall alert. We're talking about nearly 38 million fire extinguishers. Kidde is recalling extinguishers dating back to 1973 because they may not work during a fire. The nozzle may detach and it won't discharge. The company has reported one death involving a car fire where emergency workers could not get the fire extinguisher to work. That's one of nearly 400 incidences that have been reported. So check the extinguishers in your home, contact the company for a free replacement, and we did post a link to a long list of models on the consumer page of clickondetroit.com. We're also tracking stories from around the world this Thursday, including new information about a possible serial killer in Japan and how he may have actually contacted his victims. And we told you about the discovery of 9 different bodies in the apartment building outside Tokyo. Now investigators say the suspect may have used multiple Twitter accounts to reach out to people who were suicidal. Police say the 27-year-old suspect may have invited them to his apartment so he could kill them. 9 mutilated bodies were found in coolers covered in cat litter earlier this week. Moving to Venezuela, that country's president just unveiled a new 100,000 Bolivar bill. The entire country is caught in hyperinflation and cash is scarce. In spite of the big face value, the new note is worth less than $2.50 at the current black market rate. The president also boosted the minimum wage by 30%, but economists warn the new measure could make inflation worse. Andrew's back, and if you got some after-school sports or any kind of practices tonight outside, ooh, it's going to be a little chilly and wet.
That's right. A lot of muddy fields that are out there, so make sure, get ready to do some floor cleaning if the kids are coming home.
Like long showers and baths tonight.
That's right. Remember, kids, wipe your feet before going in the house, or just leave the shoes by the doorstep. We're looking at rain that's still out there, not overtaking all of southeast Michigan, all right? Yes, we have clouds overhead. It's still damp outside from rain we had earlier, but the raindrops, there are fewer in number, but still scattered out there. You can see that here in the Novi area, also right around South Lyon, the Northville area, getting some light rain or some drizzle right now. A few areas of scattered light rain also here in Livingston County, northern portions of Oakland County. But there's still more cloud cover, more moisture developing down here to our south and west. You can see more areas of green popping up north of Indianapolis, right around the Chicago area. This has yet to cruise over southeast Michigan, and it will do so as we go through the rest of this evening, including the afternoon rush hour and around dinner time. So even if it's not raining in your area south of 8 Mile, chances are we'll see some scattered light to moderate showers roll through again closer to sunset shortly after 6:30, and then as we go through the nighttime hours. 60 degrees currently, though. We're on the warm side of a warm front with temperatures on the in the 50s on the cooler side of that warm front. Areas north of that warm front stuck in the low 50s, so it's chillier for our friends and neighbors around Capac and Emmett. Pontiac also in the middle and low 50s, but south of that warm front, that's where it's 60 degrees over at Metro. Central, low 60s in our south zone for both Lenawee and Monroe counties. Now, the other hazard that's out there, in addition to wet roads, is visibility. Very low in many parts of the area, less than 2 miles over in Mount Clemens, only about a couple of miles over in Pontiac. So take your time out there, watch your speeds, and as always, make sure you use those low beams if you encounter any fog. But these rain showers will move through pretty quickly. By midnight and afterward, it gets drier. And guess what? High pressure takes over as we go into tomorrow afternoon. So I've got your back, Detroit. We got some sunshine coming back after lunchtime for tomorrow. It will still feel cool or seasonable, if you will, not quite 60 degrees like we're seeing right now, but temperatures tomorrow mostly in the low 50s. So temperatures stay above freezing, not only here in Detroit, but middle and low 40s across all of southeast Michigan, from Capac, Emmett, also in Sandusky and Sanilac County, all the way down to the Ohio border. So no concerns about any freezing for tonight. And it gets drier by morning. Well, drier at least from the skies. It may still be wet on the ground, but it dries out nicely with some midday and afternoon sunshine. It gets sunnier and brighter by the afternoon with highs in the low and middle 50s, around 54 to 55 degrees. As we go into your weekend, well, get ready for some rain coming back. That's right, we got some showers coming back on late Saturday and into Sunday. 50s on Saturday, Karen, milder 60s again on Sunday before it gets chillier with temps in the 40s by Election Day Tuesday and shortly afterward.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Still ahead, buckle your seat belts to watch video of a plane trying to land during very windy conditions. We'll show you what happened. And forget Black Friday. Two big retailers are starting their holiday sales right now. We are talking some major savings. And the calls are coming in on our Gift of Warmth phone bank. It's open right now, taking your generous donations for the Heat and Warmth Fund. Thousands of families are helped by Thaw every year. Give us a call, 313-298-WDIV. If you're scared of flying, oh, well, you might not want to watch this. Imagine being on this plane as it twists and tilts on its way to the ground. The flight on its way to Austria from Germany had a scary final leg as a strong crosswind made it nearly impossible to keep that plane straight. At the very last possible second after the wheels had bounced on the ground, the pilot decided it's still too dangerous, aborted the landing. After circling the airport once, the pilot decided to turn the plane around and head back to Germany. Let's talk about trending stories today. These two retailers, oh, they are really getting a head start on Black Friday. They're putting the whole store on sale right now. Sears and Kmart have decided to avoid that Black Friday crunch by putting every item in their stores on sale. Kmart is offering from 10 to 40% off. Sears has discounts anywhere from 10 to 50% off. The deals will run through the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So, do you call yourself a Michigander or a Michiganian? It looks like a new state law may end that debate, at least for now. There is a bill heading to Governor Snyder's desk that declares Michigander means a resident of Michigan. Previous governors have preferred Michiganian. Now, some of you are talking about this on our Facebook page. Lisa Marie writes, quote, didn't know it was still in debate. Laugh out loud. I've been an official Michigander since the day I was born. But most of you shared this sentiment from Lori, who wrote, I can't believe time and money is being wasted on this debate. How about you start representing us? You can join the debate on the WDIV Facebook page. We'd love to hear from you. Still ahead, many of us love the beauty of fall colors, but seeing the reds, yellows, and oranges is really special for some people. Why one woman calls it just like heaven.
She's a local mother on a mission to save infants after losing her baby girl.
This is literally the most preventable death that I've seen for a baby.
Sharing her grief and loss.
This is very therapeutic for me and really helps me to feel like my daughter's death was not in vain.
Warning other parents about the dangers of unsafe sleep habits.
These are totally healthy babies that died.
Her message to parents tonight at 11.
When a truck
Don't forget, our Gift of Warmth phone bank is open right now, taking your generous donations for the Heat and Warmth Fund, or Thaw. You can call us at 313-298-WDIV. Our special coverage continues at 5 and 6, and phone lines are open until 6:30. Finally, first at 4, you'll never take the beauty of fall colors for granted again after this story.
Oh, Karen, you got that right. Let's take a look at the Great Smoky Mountains, shall we? Most of us can see the reds, yellows, and oranges, but that is not possible for people who are colorblind, Karen.
Now, the state of Tennessee has installed special viewfinders that help the colorblind get a glimpse of fall's beauty. Listen to how one woman describes it.
I said, is that what heaven's going to be like, color? Because a rainbow, I don't see the beauty of a rainbow, but I see what it must look like.
Nicely put, Patty Jo. Tourism officials say they think this is the first time the technology has been used in a viewfinder.
How magical is that?
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us for First at 4. We're back in a half hour. Local 4 News at 5. Inside Edition is next.